Okay. Good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming at Sea once more. This is actually hopefully going to be the proper stream. Unfortunately, the stream that I began like 10 minutes ago ended up with the audio cable sort of fouling up, basically. And when it does that, it kind of screws up the whole audio system. It blows OBS up. And yeah, I kind of can't do anything really. So I need to kill the stream. I need to restart the whole audio system. So apologies for that. And probably because I've just kind of rushed into this whole thing. All of this stuff here isn't going to be actually on the stream because Twitch won't have received it. Yay, it's back. Okay. So I might as well just get on with it, dude. Because I don't know how long we've got. I've jammed the cable in, so hopefully it's not going to move. But who knows? But if I get some music on, I'll be able to hear whether it dies or not. So here we go. Yeah, the Milton thing. Oh, I need to remember to not say as well, don't I? Yeah, I don't need to do Milton. We can investigate that later. So, here we go. Where's my cursor? I just nuke this. So the idea today is that I'm going to be doing the same thing, run length encoding, but instead of focusing on the like all the basic stuff, instead of focusing on like the file loading, the iterating through, which I was doing yesterday, which I will do today, but hopefully I'll be able to do it quite quickly, I will be doing error handling. And the first bit of error handling is going to be here, actually. If argc does not equal 3, I want to printf usage. Now, I might actually want to get up the error code documentation, actually. You know, since I'm actually doing this, can we let go? Hey, Juggy. Since I'm actually doing this with a focus on error handling, I probably should actually, you know, do the actual stuff properly. Because this is a bit ad hoc, isn't it? Like, just printfing and then returning 1 is a bit... It doesn't feel kind of... Why is there a new line there? What's happening here? Why is there... That's interesting. Usage is this. That is how you do that. Input file, out file. That's weird. Weird. What am I missing here? Because that is the symbol for a new line. Why am I getting this? Sure, I wasn't getting that yesterday. Printf usage that. Definitely didn't expect to hit something like this so soon. Unless maybe my terminal's busted. Yeah, that must have been it. I wonder how that got. I'll tell you what, it could have been because of that, yeah, that bug with like 4-coder crashing into Vim and then having to kill Vim last night. Because the last thing I did was, well, it was Hex Curse. Vim and Temp. Vim Temp. I mean, there's no printfs really. Because it was up. Where was it that I actually did that? Temp file fresh, yeah, okay, so it would have been here. I tried to open temp file fresh with Vim, and then I tried to open it within the code, and then it all crashed, and I killed Vim. Maybe that was the problem. Anyway, it's sorted now. Error codes. So if I just try and open user include P error number, wasn't it? Error number.h. ECPG messages. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for here, honestly. Too few arguments. So this is what I'm talking. Well, ECPG. Error codes. Something. EPG add memory. Let's have a look at this. European Conference on Politics and Gender. ECPG. Embedded it. Wonder if there's actually a man page for it. Tell you what, rather than doing that, let's look up error codes. That might be easier. Well, yeah, it's the same file. All the Linux C error codes listed below. This person occasionally Googles seek error code, always end up gripping through there to find the answer. So argument list is too long. No such file directory. So I'm going to use that no such file directory at some point. No such process. No such. Out of memory might be one. Invalid argument. File exists. I might actually do a file exists for the encoded file as well. Just make this a bit smaller. Maybe a Postgres thing. So maybe ignore that code. ECPG, whatever it was. It's kind of interesting that there's a argument list too long there, but there isn't an argument list not long enough. Oh, yeah, because we're good. Ignoring the ECPG. Oh wait, I've opened up the ECPG error number file. Why did I open that? This is the guy that I want. Interval doesn't know if it's a very competent set. Error number itself, it's usually just for errors from system functions. Ah, right, okay. Interesting. So, because my thing is not a system function, like, because yeah, I guess it's not a system function. I just do my own stuff for this. No file directory yourself. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So that's fair enough, is it? To just do your own output. You're just gonna end the program setting your own numbers and register, I guess. There is going to be a case where I will not be ending the program. I probably won't get to implement the choices, but it's to do with the mallocing thing. Because remember you were saying about you can stream the stuff in to a smaller buffer. The only improvement to this is just as fprintf standard error instead of printf. Right, okay. fprintf. So I'm printing this to standard error. Right. Just double check how this actually works. So fprintf takes a stream and then the thing. See if that builds. See if it runs. It does run. Okay. Just double check that man page. So fprintf is the same as that. So okay, so where's that described? They print out to the given output streams. Okay, right. So rather than just defaulting to like standard out. I see. Yeah, got to avoid just rather. Okay, so right, so if it's an error, do that. So right, yeah. So if there aren't 3 arguments, then we do that and die. And then we want to load the file. I also want to check actually. I want to do if this actually exists, if it succeeds. If in file is equal to, or actually if it doesn't, maybe. So it's args1, opening is readable. So if this doesn't succeed, then I think this also does actually. This one does give me an error message, doesn't it? And that was to do with the including the error number thingamajig header thing. But I mean, if I'm going to do it myself, then I'll just do it myself. No such file or directory. And then return 0, return 1 again, maybe. It's not assignable. Interesting. So if, let's see this, no. If we do assignment in this, I'm just write the parenthesis. If there's not, oh, right. Look at that, like 3 parentheses altogether. Right, I see, yeah. Yeah, so it would have been, it wouldn't have known which thing to not with. It's just file directory. Yeah, so alright, cool. So because I declared it here, I'm hoping that the in file still exists when I get down here. For this case I can use the no stuff, yeah. in the handling those errors. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. So the error number, so that means, does that mean that I have to include the error number thing? Since that is an error number, it fails to explain what went wrong. Yeah, right. So it's something like P error, wasn't it? Wasn't it something like that? And I didn't need to output anything. And I probably didn't need to return, did I? Or did I? I can't remember. That's interesting. That's perfect. So I like that I didn't need to include the error number header. Wait a second, let me just see if it actually did kill it as well. Realizes it. It's the same as plus standard error number. Right. It didn't die. PR bar is the same as F print error standard error blah. Standard error number. Ah. Interesting. Standard error. Oh. Okay. So presumably P error is actually in this stdio. Oh, that's a mirror DB thing. Yeah, it is in stdio. There's some activity down in random. Alexa is tickling me. Hello, Alexa. Is she in here? She isn't in here. Is she down there? She might not be down there. I'll just tickle her back. Back from the comfort of his stream. So yeah, I mean with Alexa tickling me, I don't know how much work I'm going to get done, but we'll see. So P error, return 1. So let's just see if that actually did. Yeah, this will kill it because it returns 1. Yep. Cool. So we've got the file in. If that exists, then we can continue. I mean, here we could actually say if the encoding, if the out file exists, then we could say this already exists. Are you sure you want to overwrite it? Like rather than people have to do PR. Ah. Okay. Ah, right. Got you, yeah. Okay, so I'll try and remember to do that. In fact, for all of these, I could do that, couldn't I? So no such file directory, usage. Yeah, I mean for the usage, I suppose, because I'm mentioning arg0 in the actual message, maybe that's okay. We'll see. And also, like I mean, I'm just thinking in terms of when I actually need to load the encoded file. That kind of happens a bit later on. But if I want, yeah, I might as well check it now. I think. It's actually enc file, isn't it? File in file, file enc file. If this, then we can continue. Yeah. Then we get a file handle to this guy, and we say if this. Actually, this is what I needed to find out. It's like, because I want to find out if it exists. F open. And I want to open it as writable. This is kind of interesting, actually. Open for reading and writing. The file is created if it does not exist. Open for truncate file to 0 length. Ah, interesting. Truncate file to 0 length or create it already. That's kind of interesting. Truncate file to 0 length. That kind of suggests to me that once you've opened it up, you can't seek anywhere to it. You can't seek anywhere in it. Unless you open it as reading and writing, obviously. The file is created if it doesn't... You know, because if it's truncated to 0 length, then there's nowhere to seek, and you can't, like... You can't know whether it already existed, so you'd have to open it as read-writable to see if it existed, I imagine. Unless there's another thing, actually. Unless there's another function. Open a file whose name is a string pointed to by path and associates a stream with it. See notes where for details of GC. Let's just try it. I could use F star. Ah, okay. Let's see. I need to include something else. A step function shall obtain information about an open file associated with the file descriptor files, folders, and shall write it to the area pointed to by buff. A step function shall obtain. Yeah, I mean it feels a bit overkill to include a whole new header just to try and determine this. Possibly. Let's try it this way first. Let's try doing the writable and readable thing, and then see if the seek to the end and see if that's different from the start, and if it is, then we know that it already exists. So we'll get a file size. It is POSIX specific. Instead of being in the C standard. Ah, right. Okay. What did it take again? Sys start date. Being in the C. POSIX specific. Instead of being in the C standard low. I mean, POSIX sounds like a good thing to me. In file des buffer. So the buffer is going to be an open file. So yeah, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? But obtains information about an open file. So we still need to open it. Basically might not be supported on Windows. Well, yeah, exactly. That is a bonus. That is fast typing, by the way, insofar as typing faster than I can talk. But need to do that if open default to Windows. And also, what it's saying here, if I'm understanding it correctly, is that it needs to be open anyway. So, like, if I'm opening it, then I might as well just use what I've got, basically. If you know what I mean. So it's not actually this, is it? It's I need to open this as fopen. Open it as writable and readable. Right. File length. I'm opening this as writable plus. In fact, this is a bit of a nice test case actually, because I could try and figure out exactly what this truncated to 0 thing means. So, because I'm going to do this kind of a thing anyway, you know, if it doesn't exist, you know, this is exactly what I want to be doing. Like an fopen, check if you get end. Ah. End. So that's going to be in the error thing, isn't it? What happened there? Okay, I think I just... I don't even know what happened there. What did I try and do? Oh! Did I just try and do a bunch of... I think I tried to do a bunch of Vim stuff. That was city building. To an value. Trigger to 0 is going to erase all the content of the file if it already... Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting, actually, yeah. Yeah, I suppose I was expecting that. But we can see exactly what it does anyway. So where was I up to? It was probably a banished town name at some point. Okay. As it happens, I bought a Brian Eno record today. I don't know if there was ever an ent called Eno. File length file is equal to fopen args2. I'm gonna open it as just writable for now. So this should do the truncating thing. And then if I FC, you can catch if you surf on this strip of land, I think. Ino files are Arduino files. Ah, interesting. Androino. Something along those lines. Seek end. What? Fopen, where is that dying? Arguments 2. And I've put a bracket in the wrong place. Just really compile errors. What do we know? And also, actually, this isn't going to tell me anything, is it? fseek. Hang on a minute, what are you guys talking about again? I can fopen as readable and check if I get no ends. Okay, so let's try that. So, if doing this equals... If doing that returns me no ends, I presume. If encfile equals... So, if encfile... If encfile equals this, equals no ends. So you want an auto-write file? Well, what I want to do is to ask me if I want to. If encfile equals error number, if there's no if encfile, oh, and error number. Oh right, okay. No idea what he's trying to do. Okay, I'm basically learning Countess task to begin with. So I'm just doing error handling basically. So ostensibly, keep eyes on the prize. Ostensibly, I'm doing a run length encoder, which is the same thing I've been doing yesterday and in previous streams. But today I am doing that again, but I'm kind of focusing on error handling, basically. Have I done any error handling so far? Yeah, I have done this guy. Give myself a task, silly. That is the task, Alexa. That is the task. Keep up. Come on. Let's see what Joggy's saying. If there's no encoded file, so yeah, if I was to do the encoded file there, if there's no encoded file, equals that. Check the fopen doc. Okay. Fopen returns null if it fails. Then it sets the error number to a value telling you what the fail. Ah, right. Okay. Interesting. So we've got fopen. Return value upon successful completion. Right. Okay. So the errors. Upon successful completion, fopen and all those return a file pointer. Otherwise, null is returned and error number is set. Right. Interesting. The fopen we also fail and set error number for any of the errors specified for the received malloc. Einval, the mode provided to fopen. Define error. That sounds quite meta. I mean, I suppose it's just like unintended behaviour, I suppose. So the file is null, and error is set to when the file doesn't exist. So then we're safe to continue. I'm not seeing no ends in here though. So they have to a value telling me what the error value is. I'll have to just get some more music on. Do you want to pick a song? Or pick a... Have I got this still? I have still got that still. So if you want to pick some music, go for it. And if FM doesn't return null, then it hasn't modified. So it could be something I'll do from a previous failure. If ever doesn't return null. Okay. So let's see then. So if I just do this, if I just do heading files equal to fopen that, and then if I test if there's no enc file and error number does not equal ent, wasn't it? Then you know. Was that the test? Where's Jockey's thing? I've got all Alexa's crazy chatter. And error number is equal to ent. Error number. And if it is equal to ent, then we know that it doesn't exist. Printf. Something interesting. Well, okay. So there's no there's no encoded file. There's no enc file, and it equals ent basically. So that isn't set. Is this where I need to actually include the thing? I mean, I suppose, I suppose if I'm doing error handling, I suppose it kind of makes sense to do that. The Fez OSC. That's a good choice. And a long one as well. So, probably number.h. In PHP, Alexa gets an INI. Just nuke that a moment. Let's just see what this gives me. So I've made that. Oh, really? So if I message file directory with learners, for me you replied to me before you even asked. Temp file fresh. What should the error say again? There's no enc file and error number equals ent. There's no enc file and okay, interesting. So basically what we're saying is, if this, then we want to ask. Here we want to say, the reason you're also checking for is that fopen cannot return a file for reasons other than the file not existing. How about an array miblo which just pushes plus new line every encounter in the memory, which is erroneous? Memory address. Yeah, that does sound like a good idea, Alexa. Just pushes a new line every encounter in the memory, which is erroneous. I suppose it's possible. Yeah, I mean, this is going to not tell me anything, is it, this hex stuff? So, right. Yeah. so if there's no egg file, then we can continue. Wait a minute. It's actually if it's if there is an egg file actually, because the way I'm kind of doing it is to kind of catch the error and then deal with the error and quit or do whatever before moving on. Hang on a minute, what was Joggy saying again about? The reason I'm checking for that is that fopen cannot return a file for reasons other than the file not existing. Okay. If you're checking if a file does exist, you probably can get rid of the number stuff. Okay. Yeah, because I suppose that's what I am doing, actually. Because, yeah, I mean, the whole point of this is to say, if it exists, then, like, this is interesting, actually. I wonder if I can open it as readable and writable. If you man fopen and scroll down, it shows the possible values and errors. Does it? Yeah, I thought I did go down here, but I didn't see the no ends. Notes, notes, bugs. So you wanna is a file for fopen to fail if the file exists? That'd be handy. fopen path mode. So open file reading. So it's plus. Open file the change position at the beginning of the file. Open for reading and writing. Oh, it references on my pages. Okay, right. Well, the one for open. Open file command pipeline channel. It's probably not here, is it? If the file equals file, then it exists. Kill that. I think that would fail if it doesn't exist, but still allow writing. Just have a look at that open thing again. Man open, was it? Maybe try 3. Open file relative to directory file descriptor. So this is the kind of thing that that Fiery does. Yeah, R plus allows writing, apparently, yeah. Open for read only. Writing only. If the file exists. Ah, interesting. So this is in open here. Interesting. If the file exists, this flag has no effect except as noted under OX color below. Otherwise, the file shall be created. The user ID of the file shall be set to the effective user ID of the process. I don't think I would allow writing, would it? It does according to the man. Like, overreading and writing. Change just at the beginning of the file. I don't think they call you crazy for working for web deving, Alexa. I think they call you crazy for other unrelated reasons. Yeah, I mean, I suppose maybe I should actually just go whole hog and just use the open thing. You know, since it seems to give me more of what I want. That's unrelated. This is range I'm often project. That's what it is. Go for Linux. I should test those functions. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suppose when I come to doing like the focus on cross-platform ability, you know, then I can try and support other OSs. I'm just thinking if there's like a bit of a... Is there a quick way of just doing this now? So I've got at least something. So I want to open it readable. If that exists. Whereas people, yeah, they can just use that bash thing. They can. Yeah, serve them right. I suppose actually, if I am checking the in file, then I might as well. I might as well do the test up here. I suppose the only issue here is that I'm going to have to, once I've figured out if the file exists. I mean, I'll show you what I'm thinking, right? I'm sort of thinking, do this, and then if enc file, how do I do this? If enc file is equal to this, what's happening here? I've got enough parentheses. If this, then do stuff. What this build? Extraneous closing brace. Okay. This args2 array takes 2 args. It doesn't take any args. The array contains... The args array contains 3 things. Well, I mean, it contains however many you pass. 0, 1 and 2. If you're actually talking about what I'm doing. Oh, right. That flows us into... does it? How many am I passing? How many am I passing? Well, I mean, it will only take 3. Well, sorry, it'll take two. Like a valid invocation of my thing will be like temp file fresh. I got a minute. Temp file fresh, and then that. So you can pass like 2 args to it. That would be valid. Some interesting stuff. Still calling limiting programs for behind the scenes stuff, not for. Arg equals now, which is wrong. Yeah. Hmm. Two equals 2 minus 1. Question mark. Okay. So yeah, basically what I was saying was like, yeah. Cute newbies. I think I'm the only newbie here, to be fair. I think most of the folks in the chat are like super experienced and knowledgeable. Don't mind the cuteness though. If I see 3, yeah, there'll be 3 hours available to. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense to me though. Because, like, everything is 0 indexed. Maybe 5 years. It's a good way of looking at it. You know, like if 5 years you're still considering yourself a newbie, it's cool because it shows you're in for the long haul. It sucks so much they didn't get paid. Smiley face. So yeah, right. Basically, like that, the whole thing that was running through my mind while I was kind of prevaricating about that stuff was, I try and do like the minimum stuff possible. Maybe of 3 years. Cool. Try and do the minimum stuff, and I know that if it succeeds, or I know that in a successful run of the program, I will want to have opened it as writable, right? So I was hoping to somehow open it as writable, and then also check, like, if it existed or not. Passing out some marks. Yeah. But basically, I mean, there's a way now to do it, which is like to open it as, you know, see if it successfully opens, and then like do, like here we're like checking, you know, ask. It's like asking, do we want to overwrite? Ask if you want to overwrite. And if they do, then continue. Otherwise, you just kind of quit, basically. But if you continue, then because you opened it as readable, you actually need to like close the file and, well, I presume you need to close the file and reopen it. Get. You know, close the file and reopen it as writable. Open as writable, perform check. Yeah, but that was the issue, because, hang on a minute. Open for reading and writing. Files created if it does not exist. The file's created if it doesn't exist, otherwise it's just created. Yeah, but the problem is it does the truncation thing, which I actually wanted to try and find out. I actually wanted to see where to close reopen. Right, yeah. I did want to see if could I actually still do that? I wonder. It truncates. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Right, let's open it as writable. Oh, first of all, let's just kill that. Right, I have a plan. I'll use that and figure out some way to truncate it yourself. Ah. Open for reading and writing the stream position at the beginning of the root file. Oh, that's true, yeah. I'll tell you what, just while I've got this in my mind, I'm just going to see exactly what happens here. So I'm going to open this file as writable, and writable to truncate. And then I'm going to do, it's going to be like fseek to the end of the enc file. It's like seek end, isn't it? And then I want to do, let's instruct that whoever opens that file years later will look and say, hey, I see Mobile tracks. Go then and use f-truncate. Gosh, blimey. I mean, all this knowledge. It's in a different thing. Go and post its letters will make it a lot easier. Unless I have no idea what to even trying to build here, nevertheless debug it. Well, yeah. I think Asaf posted before that it's just a run length encoder. I mean, I'm not trying to kind of build it per se. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to build anything. I'm trying to learn like programming techniques. You know, I mean, through the course of my practice, I have made a run length encoder that did actually do what it says on the tin. But I don't need a run length encoder, if that makes sense. Watching his previous streams. Yeah. Write it down for the love of God. Oh, I said yeah, I wasn't supposed to be saying Okay, so I mean, I'm just doing like, well, it's just error checking. So yeah, I mean, it's just like as I'm going. Well, specifically here, it's trying to find out whether the file exists, right? So I'm basically saying, check if the file exists. Check if the check if the enc file exists, and ask the user, and check if the file exists, and if so, prompt the user to see if they would like to overwrite it. That's basically it. To err is human. Yeah. I wish you're not to try and things will get better and fast. I don't know about fast. I mean, yeah, I mean, as insofar as says, check my previous streams because I don't work fast. Whether looking at the stream or not, looking at the chat or not. Check the file, because it's only set probably user to see if they'd like to rewrite it. So yeah, that's basically what I'm talking about. Because here we've checked if the in file exists. Now this is a top-down design. Break down that issue. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean that is kind of what I've been doing, isn't it? But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so listen, I'm here, right? I've seeked to the end, and I actually want to see um, ftl, so that's the file length, right? If I just do it in file length, so in size, it's going to be equal to ftl enc file ftl. Hang on a second. What's the F for? Yeah, it's to get the file size. So it went. If we're doing with W the file. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm just trying to see the difference between those two. And I've completely forgotten how you actually do this now. ftl. There's a current value of the file position indicated with the stream pointer by stream. ftl. Okay, it is just this actually, isn't it? It's just ftl file. And then you can fseek back to the start. So presumably, right, this should actually return 0. So if I just do this in size, right, yeah, it returns 0. But if I open it as writable, or as readable, sorry, and it's oh, that's interesting actually. Yeah, that is interesting. So if I've done that, yeah, it's nuked it. So yeah, it totally does truncate it and gets rid. So if I just echo stuff into there. Right, so that's 6 bytes long. So there's definitely stuff in there. So that, if I open it as readable, it's 6 bytes long. If I open it as writable, it becomes 0. And it's killed it. Yeah, interesting, right. So in order to see if it exists, I need to open it as readable like that. Which is definitely what I thought. So I do open it as readable. Open it as readable, prompt the user if they want to overwrite it. Yeah, that's the next thing actually. I need to figure out how to actually prompt the user. If there's no file, this would break since encoding no. Ah. If there's no file. Yeah, okay. Don't have to right after though. Check to see if enc file isn't null first. Ah, okay, right. Interesting. So if right. So if it exists. If enc file if enc file equals f open, so if that exists, and then handle that in the if statements. Check to see if equality is null first. So yeah. If it isn't null. So if it isn't null. If it isn't null. Yeah, that's true, yeah. If it isn't null. And then we want to do the fseek. So lol. So then we can prompt the user. Take away the thing. Yeah, that's true. Because if this exists, then we're gonna say. I mean, it's kind of like a printf. Like, are you sure you want to overwrite? Are you sure you want to overwrite? And it's also like that error, isn't it? It's the fprintf to standard error. Standard error. arg0. Just thinking if p error is going to, if that'll get thrown, but it probably wouldn't get thrown because it's not strictly an error for the file to exist, I guess. Are you sure you want to overwrite? File exists. Exists. Are you sure you want to overwrite? And it'd be no or default to n. Right. So the first argument is the arg0. And the second argument was args2. Data validation. Fundamentals of variable. Just hang on a minute, I'll just kill this stuff. So let's see, got that. Print the rank file and error equals nothing. That's not doing anything, is it? This is, look at this, just a bunch of brackets just sitting there. That does build. So that exists. Are you sure you want to overwrite? Okay, interesting. I suppose I could say, and it's non-null. Actually, it'd probably suffice. I mean, actually, what do you guys think? Do you think it is sufficient to check like just for its existence? And do you think it's alright to assume that even a file that's like 0 length is a file that we can't use without prompting? If that makes sense. So is this as well as not null? Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's returning. It's yeah. This thing. You know, the fopen is returning not null, but the file itself is 0 length. I think. Yeah, it's like nothing. You can see that, like, this is the contents of the file, it's nothing. Can I put hacks file? Maybe do a get car. Oh yeah, for the input, for the yeah, reading off the standard in. Standard yeah, standard in. It's okay to assume the 0 file should be prompted to be overwritten. Okay. That's cool. So so I've got that check. That check is okay then. Oh, sure, I went to right. And then we do here, we're doing like a get car, isn't it? Get C. Get C is equal to F get C, so record supposed to stream models. Okay, so get C takes a stream. So if we say, what if I can just do here? This. What will this actually do? I get C from there. Do you know what you can override? Any kind of value that might well be set. Yeah. Alexa would never, but she fears people that can do that. Lol. And delete all data file or clean. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, if you were to say in the chat, like, if you were to advise me to do, what is it? It's like sudo that, sudo root. Yeah, if you were to advise me to do that, then I would know not to do it. Should we get car? Yeah, check it, get car. Or get code white. Right. Okay. So right, if return of this is equal to that, then we can proceed. Continue. I haven't actually done a continue before. Else we want to just die, basically. Return, check for that as well. Yeah, true. Yeah, I was just thinking that actually. Equals that, or get car is equal to white. It's probably also this, isn't it? Continue. Statement is not in. Okay, right, fine. So just do nothing. Comment on what I just said for later usage. If you want, if I want honest advice, I would suggest regular expressions usage for file name. But that's advanced validation. So I might call it twice. Ah, right, yeah, okay. So this is like car input. Yeah, input is equal to get C standard in. So then if input interesting. I actually want to overwrite. Well, I could do with something happening, couldn't I, after this? If input is equal to yes, then basically we're continuing. We are continuing. Exclamation mark. Else we're out of here, mate. We are out of here. Just like the code I wrote. Just like the code you wrote on me attached to the other day, Miblo. Oh, right, yeah, the, yes. The thingamajig. What was it? It was to do with, gosh, that's a good memory as far as. Gosh, what was that again? continuing. Gosh, yeah. What was that about again? If... Gosh, I can't remember what that was. I mean, it's to do with the high five one, probably. Yeah, I really can't remind. You'll have to remind us. Actually, is it all the high five demo program thing? That has to be LEDs. Oh right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, the demo thing. Yeah, so yeah, it was like, yeah, it was exactly this, wasn't it? It was if y is equal to that, else don't bother. And also this thing here, like the lowercase y and the capital N, this is sort of a convention I've found, where like the capital thing is the default. So if you were to press like enter, and I black spotted it, I engineered it. Yeah, totally. If you just press enter without typing anything, so I'll just show you. So am I sure I want to overwrite? Like whatever you put, like you can put 0. You can put nothing, or you can put like all that, and it will just default to N. Whereas if you actually want the Y, you need to type Y. So yeah, so that's all working fine. That exists, so you sure you want to overwrite. How long have I got left actually? I mean, not that... Okay, 40 minutes of this soundtrack. How long will that give me in stream time? That'll give me up to like 2 hours, of course. So yeah, right. Check the file system to prompt the user to see if they would like to overwrite it. So that's all working nicely. We'll continue, we're out of here. I mean, honestly, I might as well just do the thing. Actually, if we're out of here, then what have we got open at this point? We've got the in file open, and we've got the enc file open. This is 2 hour length for the 30-minute stream, exactly, yeah. Fclose the in file. And we also want to fclose the enc file. First compression to compensate for the stream topic. Yeah. So to close those guys. Yeah. Continuing. I mean, I kind of want to invert the meaning of this. If input is not Y, or the input is not that, then do all of this stuff. Otherwise, we just continue, right? I kind of quite like to do that. We are out of here. Oh, we're still out of here. So if the input is not Y, or the input is not... oh dear. Oh, wait a second. What am I talking about? If import... yeah. If import is not equal to y... Jesus. Or import is not equal to y. That's what I want. I hope. No. That's unfortunate. Input, if input is not equal to y. Oh, it's, if it's and, isn't it? Right, that's what I want, yeah. So if it's not y and it's not that, then we're out. And we close that and close that. Otherwise we continue. That was what we achieved. I think you want that. Yeah. So yeah. Cool. So I mean I suppose I might as well continue. Although in either case I actually do need to be closing the enc file and reopening it. In which case I might as well do this outside of the if. Do you know what I mean? Because... oh, actually... yeah, because I do want to truncate it, don't I? You know, if I was to do, like, open its readable plus, then it wouldn't truncate, and I'd need to figure out how to do it myself. That makes sense. Fopen file. How do I do this? Fopen. Yeah. So it's this thing, isn't it? Just close it open with W. That's what we truncated. Yeah. We're continuing. Yeah. Really? That's probably the best. I mean, it just feels a bit... it feels a bit like I'm going around the houses. If you know what I mean. Just have a look at the I'm on. Right. Just check down in... no check down there, okay. Right. The best of you, I'm going to use SDO. Okay. Yeah, what have I got here? I've got error number as well. And the error number was for the it's for this. If it doesn't open. Yeah. So we're continuing. Right, fine. Do it with Linux basic stuff another day. You compare. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go on, and let's see if I can actually do this stuff. So, you know, now that we're happy that we want to actually do the thing in buffer. Is equal to malloc, and it's in size, which I have got, haven't I? Didn't I store that? Oh, I didn't, did I? That was for the encoding file. Jesus, right. So, and I need to figure out what the size of the in file is. Make sure I also check the next fopen call. Oh right, okay. No, surely not. What you mean in terms of like, if in the meantime it's been made? I mean that's a bit of a That's a bit of a Martin's Mosaico approach. Like proper bulletproof hardware hacking style. So the insides, right, so in buffer, so we've got the in buffer, we want to fseek to the end of the in buffer, right, seek end. We want to say int in length. I'm sure that I did this though, didn't I? In length. Or in size or something. Oh no, I was just going to do it, wasn't I? That was it, yeah, I was about to do it. So in size is ftel in file. It is probably overkill. I mean, if you have read-only access to the directory, fopen with W could fail. Okay. Yeah, I can see that actually, yeah. So, I suppose actually, before we do any of this stuff, we might as well open the file up again. We are continuing. We have to close enc. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, I'm actually opening it. Right, I see. I've got you, right. So if this fails, right, then we want to just check if enc file isn't null. Okay. Yeah. So if it's not null, well, hang on a minute, if it's just do a PR and return 1. Probably down here, isn't it? Yeah. Have I not made an in buffer yet? I have. fseek, oh, it's in file. In length is going to be equal to ftel on the in file. Doing that is the same as enc file. It's the same as enc file. Okay. So ftel that. What's it complaining about? Inside. I think you mean if not enc file is the same as enc file is equal to null. Oh, okay, right. Don't tell me about in size. In length. Okay, let's just change that to in size then. So, gonna malloc that. And we might as well just seek back to the start. In file. In file. Seek set. In buffer malloc in size. Chucky the real noob. I don't think so. So let's see what is Well, actually, let's just free that first, actually. So, with a bit of luck, this will do... It'll do basically nothing, actually. So it should exit pretty quickly. Yeah. So now if I just do an F read... Right, okay, so I'm going to read the contents of the in buffer. Sorry, the in file into the in buffer. So right, beyond strustrup, so in buffer, beyond strustrup, so it's the size, in size, as one of them into the in file. And then we can F close the in file. Right. So with a bit of luck, this will actually probably crash, honestly. Yeah, I reckon it's going to crash because it'll run out of memory. But you can see that it's continuing. It didn't crash somehow. But actually, we should be able to see my program turn up in here using up memory. We can actually do that. Yeah, RLE is using up. It was like 700 or something. So yeah, that's kind of nice to see. So I've read it all into the buffer. Right, let's just do. So again, I'm actually doing the cars thing again, aren't I? You know, which is different from what Asaf was saying yesterday, which was to do them as like voids. But I think I'll continue in this vein for now, and then look into doing that void and casting another time. Oh, hang on a minute, error checking. So I reckon that malloc could have failed, right? So if this doesn't fail, or rather if this doesn't succeed, so if in buffer so if this doesn't succeed, then we want to do the P error. And return 1. Right. So with a bit of luck, this should catch when I kind of don't have enough memory. Unfortunately, this isn't failing. But I suppose what I could do is I could actually concatenate a couple of these together. So I've got like a 2 GB file. Right. Cat that and put that into temp file fresh double. Right. So this is going to be like a 2 GB file, so surely I will not have enough memory to malloc all that, if you know what I mean. So if I now do RLE on the try malloc times 100. Oh, okay. That's the point actually. Yeah. I mean, I suppose now that I've come this far, I might as well try it on this. It failed to allocate that. Yeah. It didn't fail though, which is unfortunate. I mean, it didn't hit my case. It's probably going to be if that is equal to the return value of malloc, isn't it? It's probably going to be ASAN intercepts it first. Okay. Yeah, it seemed to do, yeah. So the malloc on error, these functions return null. These functions, the null may also be returned by a successful call to malloc with a size of 0. I mean, that sounds a bit tough. Try without f size address. That's true. So, how did I do that again? It was just that, wasn't it? So, rebuilt it. Ah, can't allocate memory. Awesome, that's exactly what I wanted. That's cool. So, yeah, that's another checkbox done. Malloc error handling. I mean, what does that actually catch? That catches. I mean, that does kind of catch some bugs I do. So let's keep that in for now. So whenever I do a malloc, I want to actually check that it succeeds. And if it does, then I want to f-read into it, and then close the in file. Car in pointer. Pre-in buffer. We've got the enc file open, haven't we? So that's ready to be written to. Okay, so the in pointer, got the in buffer here. Checking the malloc, seeing if that actually succeeds. Then we read into it and close it and set a pointer to it. Okay. I'm kind of happy with that. Token is going to be equal to, well, hang on a minute. Car in point is equal to in buffer. And then token can be equal to the value it's in pointer. No such file directory f7 has address. In pointer to in buffer, okay. So token is equal to that. Unsigned int counter is going to be equal to 1. Have I seeked back to the start of the in buffer? Just double check all this stuff. I'll seek back there. Yeah. There's no seeking happening there. What's all this rubbish? FC can good seconds. Yeah, I don't need any of this. I don't think. Okay. So token is equal to that. Unsigned int counter equal to 1. Right. So it's this business, isn't it? I want to put the in size at the start of the enc buffer. Right. Have I got an enc buffer? I've got an in buffer What, enc file? Pointer's there, token. Well, I don't even need the token yet, actually, so... In pointer, yeah, I don't need any of this. Yeah, so I could do that later. In file. In buffer, so if that succeeds, we want to read that in and close the file. Let's do a car star enc pointer is equal to enc buffer. The value at enc pointer casted to an int how was this again? Is it this? Where's that complaining? Car enc pointer is equal to enc buffer. Buffer. Oh, there's no encoding buffer. Okie dokie then. That would help if I got that. Enc buffer is equal to malloc. Oh, it's another one of these. It's equal to the int size plus 1 plus the size of an int. And it's like, if right, car enc buffer if that what am I not doing correctly here? Do I just need another parenthesis? Yeah, 4 parentheses. Then we want the same business here. Right. Buffer malloc. Says as well, you can just do the if afterwards, like car blah equals malloc if blah. Huh, okay. So malloc. If blah. Okay. What's the expression? Yeah, I mean this was all voodoo to me, actually. Let's just... So that's correct. So it's just this line that isn't correct. It's int. Expected expression. Oh right, yeah, of course. I need to. I'm actually casting something to it. In size. It's also unsigned. Trial and error asterisk placement. Yeah, it totally is. I just don't really know. I don't know the logic behind this thing. Inside the thing should be the type I want to convert to. Yeah, so I want to convert it to an int pointer. Assignment to cast is illegal. I think I want that. Alright. Yeah, you see, I just don't understand the logic behind that. I mean, it's kind of like, how do you convert that in media reference? I mean, the way I'm reading this is that you're sort of inserting, you know, like you're starting off with this. You start off with that. Ah, right. Reaching the spark over the middle. Get right. Okay, so that is kind of what I'm seeing here. You know, it's like it's inserted this guy inside in this gap here. It's good to know actually if it does it in a spiral. So I've done that. Oh, I also wanted to increment it, didn't I? Can I do that in one go? Well, kind of can. So the insize buffer is equal to the insize. And then the next thing should be the token. Which suggests to me that I want to do the value at the pointer increment is equal to token. Token is equal to that. Right. And then it's the loop, isn't it? After the counter. But before I do that, let's just see if this is actually working. So let's do F right, which is like maybe it would be if the two things were separated. In pointer, new point, new pointer, one equals one side int. Oh right, okay. So yeah, I just need to do the same thing as yesterday, basically. So enc pointer plus equals when it don't wrap in parentheses. Yeah. Yeah, because you can't really have too many, can you? I mean, beyond street drop, enc buffer size is going to be enc pointer, take away enc buffer, count, enc file. So let's just throw a load of those on. So that is correct. Let's just put one more. Okay, so you kind of can't. So F right that F close the enc file. This ain't Lisp. Wiki thinks otherwise. Wow. Gosh, Intobot talking back. That's some sassy chat there, Intobot. So is that the end of the music? No. Got about 5 minutes or so. So let's see here. I won't be able to do it on the double. So let's just do on fresh. Do you want to overwrite? Yeah, I do want to overwrite. We're continuing. Okay, so it just died because I haven't got enough RAM. So unfortunately, didn't catch that. But is that just because the sanitizer caught it? Should hopefully die. We are continuing. Can I like a memory? Perfect. That is what I want. That is exactly what I want. So if I just close Firefox. There we go. We're continuing. And we did it. So we should have a file now. We should have a temp file fresh, which is 5 kilobytes long. Hex curse it. So that's what the size, and a 31. Perfect. So right. Now let's get myself to the position I was at yesterday, and then call it a day. So count is equal to 1. We want to say while while in pointer take away in buffer is less than the in file. We want to go through it. We want to say if the token is equal to the in pointer, increment the counter. Otherwise, we want to say that the value at enc pointer plus plus is equal to counter. We want to say the token is equal to the value at in pointer, and we want to say that counter is equal to 1. Order comparison between pointer and integer. Longered file. Oh, it's in size. Jesus. We want to go through this whole process. And I want to actually want to increment the thing as well. Increment the end pointer. Yeah. So I think that's just it, basically. Just see what it produces. Or shall I want to overwrite? No, we're out of here. Yay. Yes, we're continuing. So RLE is working, it's using up this much RAM. 1.37 going up. So we've done it. Right, so what has that produced? It's produced a 512 megabyte file. Hex curse. And it's produced the size of the file, a 31, which is a 1, and apparently there were 2 1s at the start of it. That sounds a bit wrong, actually. Temp file, fresh. So, right, so apparently it's saying there's 2 1s. Well, right, so there's obviously there's just a counter problem here. So, counter is equal to 1. If counter, if that is equal to the pointer, counter in pointer is equal to in buffer. In pointers there. Token. It's probably that, isn't it? You know, vectored out the in pointer. Yeah, that feels right to me. Where's my cursor? We are continuing. Insofar as it's shrugging. So let's see hex curse. So it's saying, yeah, so 31, there's 1 of them. Just minimise my guy. So there's 1 1, 1 0, 4 1s, yeah, so that's correct. And then down here, it's just all bogus stuff because it's the 255 thing. Yeah. So there we have it. Let's just see if I can trigger those bugs again. So usage, if you don't pass enough stuff, notice file, temp file fresh, that exists. If I do temp file fresh, encoded, this would just run. Yeah. Look at all those. All those Miblos, Miblo Mendau docs. So embarrassing. Also a little bit disturbing. It's like one of those great big... What's that film? Human Centipede. I haven't seen it. Segmentation fault. Whoa. So that's interesting. So I've got enough space in my hard drive. Have I just not freed something? Free the end buffer, free the enc buffer. I've kept the enc buffer. I've closed the enc file. Have I closed the in file? Segmentation file in pointer. So I'm not accessing the in pointer. At a place it shouldn't be. Has it actually outputted the stuff? Hex curse. Temp file fresh encoded. Oh. The file doesn't exist. File, where's enc file? If, it's because it's all wrapped in ifs now, it's a bit tougher to see everything. In file is here. Yeah, right. If we are continuing, so it printed that. Didn't it? No, it didn't. It didn't print we are continuing. Oh, mind you. If it doesn't return that it's writable, then we need to error and return 1. What's in this if? If encoded file if that opens, close enc file. Let's just step through this a moment. I mean, we're way over time. Look at the time, it's like 1:30 in the morning. CGDB args. That it doesn't run if enc file doesn't exist. Yeah. So if it doesn't exist, then that. Oh, exist. So the question was, the reason for checking was to see if we had write access, wasn't it? Oh, the big if. Sorry, the big if, right? So if that doesn't exist, so yeah, right. So if this exists, if this exists, then we want to check if we want to overwrite, and if we do, well, we're checking here, aren't we? Checking there. If they say yeah, oh sorry, if they don't say yes, then we're out of here. Otherwise we continue, close the file, and we want to reopen it as writable. If we can't reopen it as writable, then we error and return 1. Otherwise, we should print we are continuing. But why don't we get the we are continuing? That's my question. So, check it out, there's no problems. So, if args, if move the if that bit outside the big if. If it doesn't exist. Okay. Well, as the input file doesn't exist, enc file will be null. Ah, right. Even though we're doing the check here, the compression will continue anyway. It eventually got to the final. Right. Amazing. So we're continuing. Okay. That check is at the beginning, which is not entered. Ah, got you. Right. So did that actually work? Have I got a temp file fresh encoded file? I have, and it's 512 megs. Right, brilliant. So I think that's it, isn't it? We've done as much as we can do for one stream. Obviously we had a bug that took 5 minutes to fix, so all control flow is evil. Yeah, all control flow is evil. Anti-F. Yeah. How on earth would I do this? Like, with anti-F. Classes of virtual methods, that's the way forwards, is it? But yeah, okay, so that was kind of, it was instructive. What did I learn? I learned I needed to include the error number. The error number needed to be included for the P error stuff. So that was returned for like determining whether that returned whatever it, success or whatever. There's another P error there. So that was another success on writability. Oh, that's another test I could do actually. Let's just change this directory to be only readable. Yeah, let's just do this and then call it a day. In fact, right, change mod, and that's going to be 4, well, whatever. Why is that not showing me anything? I need it to be executable at least, don't I? What is executability? 421. So it's like 500. Execute just. Just copy in the temp file fresh. Yeah. Temp file fresh to here. Oh, of course it's Jesus. Of course, because I've made it not writable. Change mod. Change mod 7700 for the temp test directory. Copy the file in. Copy the file in and then back it out and change the mod again. So it's only the directory, isn't it? Change mod 600 on the test directory. Right. And then if I go into the directory, Oh shit, it's the wrong mod. It was this. Sorry, this. Right. Right, we're getting there. CD. Can I? I had no idea that existed. Insofar as you beautiful, beautiful person. Jesus. So like, I've used Linux for like whatever over a decade, and I never knew that CD miners existed. Jesus Christ, that's beautiful. Could that work? Would that be doing what I expected it to do? Possibly not, actually. I like how you looked your plus was macroed. Yeah. So I'm in the test directory, right? So if I just do RLE on the temp file fresh, which is in this directory, temp file fresh like .mz. So with a bit of luck, this will just fail when it realizes I can't write to it. Permission denied. Yeah, perfect. The heck are you guys doing there? Change directory to minus. It's yeah, it's bash foo. Well, actually ZSH foo, but also bash. Yeah. So that's been the last place you were. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a short. It's kind of like a short way of doing the past the old PWD. Love.cpp and love.java. What do I have actually? Do I have any sexy names? PTR, test, practice, Zach. I mean, I suppose Zach is probably the sexiest name I've got in here. Wayland. Just a stack pop. I think it's just, it's not quite that, is it? It's kind of like a toggle. Because like, that is, so that is the old ones. If I just echo, if I CD to there, and then if I echo that, that then becomes the previous old one. Have to make a file called love.c. It's real love. So what would I do in a love.c file, Alexa? What would the practice topic be? What is happening down here actually? Oh, it's the man now dog. Yeah, there's stuff happening. Okay. Yeah, I have to stream it. Stream yourself doing the love.c. Yeah, puts yeah, a heart. Although, I mean, love is a give and take thing, isn't it? So it could do with like, as well as putting the heart, it could do with like taking a heart as well. Maybe. Print screen it. Yeah, that's another option. An ASCII heart. Not to Alexa, Mibly, not to Alexa. Oh, the love is a give and take thing, right? So it's all put, is it? Love is all, it's all give and no receive. Clang G. I think I might just put the F sound size thing back in here actually. Where am I again? I'm in the test directory. And the test directory fails because I don't have access to it. Was I got temp file fresh? Yeah. Temp file fresh, MZ. So MZ exists. Yep. Continuing. RLA is going up. Okay, so that completed. Yeah. Okay, so I think oh, I've got an image. Let's open Firefox. Love.cpp. Yeah, I've got to be honest actually, Alexa. There's a bit of something I've spotted for some reason. Whenever you post a URL, it capitalizes the H, and then the H, like I can't I can't follow it as a link. So if I actually just put that down here and make it a lowercase, I can actually follow it as a link like that. But that's no problem. The beginning of everything made with love by Alexa. So it's got a class, self-esteem, highly important to be as high as possible, work in progress. Affection, this should be bi-directional. Right, yeah. Kindness, bi-directional as well. Trust, directly related to self-esteem, bi-directional. Respect, also bi-directional. Free will, the right to choose, basically. Time to set up some of these relations. Basically, self-esteem is directly related to all of the above. And the higher the self-esteem, the higher ratings the others tend to be, both on self level and on others level, as in relations to others. Class self-esteem. Interesting. I mean, as well as self-esteem, I think you need awareness, really, because you know you can have somebody like with really high self-esteem, you know, really confident in their own abilities, but like, I mean, they could be like deluded, but if they're not deluded, they might have like, I don't know, they might have trouble just getting along with people. Like if they don't have that awareness of like other people's needs, if you know what I mean. I mean, I suppose that comes under respect, I suppose, and also yeah, kindness maybe. I think where it is now. Cool. Between that. Oh, are they cars? They are cars, yeah. And they're signed, aren't they? So yeah. Turn this one into love. Guess Eastern is equal to that. Literally, I do love that. Love CV. Yeah. Well, I mean, in this stream, Alexa, we successfully wrote an RLE compressor. And the RLE bit of it is just this. It's this little loop here. That's the only bit of it. Although actually, I mean, to say that, I did what I really, I mean, the bulk of it was actually learning about error handling, which I think we successfully did. I think we're handling all the cases that we could potentially hit. And like when I compile without the F sanitizer, we catch all the malloc bugs. I have to stream myself too. You do have to stream yourself, Alexa. Yeah. Yeah, and also, I mean, like I said, if you don't like the idea of streaming on Twitch and using the Twitch chat, because I mean, I've got to be honest, I don't like using the Twitch chat. You could just set up a channel in the Hamid Net IRC and use that, so we could have like just sort of like trusted people in there, if you like. Two classes, you see, love and time. Multiple inheritance. Now I don't know what multiple inheritance is actually. No idea how to stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say watch my stream and learn, but that's not going to be quite a good idea. Jack always gets to stream during middle stream, but then all the British. Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose I should actually try and find a time slot that's a bit earlier. Because there's people like Knuckles over in East Russia. I think he's in East Russia. He's still in Moscow, Russia at least. So he kind of can't stay up for most of the streams. So yeah, maybe I could try and do an earlier stream, and then we've got the rest of the night. Or I mean, another option is, because it's not that late. If I start at 11, and I actually manage to stick to the half an hour schedule, then I could tune into your stream after that. But how long have I been going now? 2 hours and 23. I mean, I've got to be honest, like, it's just so kind of nice and great and heartening that all you folks have just had the stamina to sit through 2 hours and 23 minutes of a total beginner, like trying to learn like the absolute kind of basics. Jockey likes my streaming is longer. Oh, dude. Need like help setting myself to stream. Right. Do you mean in terms of like setting up OBS to like feed over the whole long? Yeah. Yeah, do you mean setting up OBS, or do you mean like picking something to do and then like picking a time to do it? I mean, I suppose like I stream quite in terms of, oh no, I gave you two options. Oh, setting up OBS, right? Okay. Okay, so I mean, I could help you with that. Potentially. I mean, not now, because I'm going to have to go. But yeah, I could totally try and help you with that. I mean, my OBS is on Linux, so it'll be slightly different. It's OBS Studio. OBS Studio 17. And I think this version actually might have the memory leak bug sorted out. So I could potentially try that. And we also need to get Abner streaming from Linux using this version. So anyway, potentially maybe during the weekend. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, if you fancy it, just let me know. And I can try and help you set it up. Yeah. If you don't mind keep myself up until then. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no worries. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm always in the Hammernet IRC, so you'll always find me there, basically. But anyway, yeah, for now, I think, because it's been such a long time, and I've done the RLE. Thanks, Alexa. Thank you. I've done the RLE. I've done the error handling. So, yeah, I might as well call it a day. Yes, yes, you are. Sicko. Yes, yes, I am. Yes, yes, I am. What was I? Oh, always in the IRC. Yeah, sicko. Yeah, that should be Circo. Yeah, that should be Circo. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just totally shooting the breeze now. So I will call it a day. And then I think tomorrow we'll just figure out what we're going to do. Because I don't know, really. We might do RLE. We might do 4-coder. No idea what's going on. Yeah, me neither, dude. Me neither. Might do RLE. Might do 4-coder setup. I might do Boris Wheeler transform, maybe. Oh, actually, that was another thing. Actually, this is absolutely the final thing I'm going to say. In order to do the Boris Wheeler transform, I think I will. I think I will have to. I'll have to stream the stuff in, because in order to do the Boris Wheeler transform, you need to be able to handle. As far as I understand it, you need to be able to handle like file size squared the amount of data. And with a 1 GB input file, there's no chance that I'll be able to do that. So I think there'll have to be some sort of streaming system on the table, unless it's just totally not possible to do Boris Wheeler transform on big data sets. Yeah. But anyway, yes, Alexa's saying good night. So I will say good night as well. And thank you so much again for being here and just being totally awesome and heroic and helpful. And yeah, just totally fantastic. And be well, and hopefully see you next stream. Farewell for now.